decided that I'm going to start doing my videos properly. So I wanted to do a proper introduction. So originally this small business kind of started from my bedroom. I would awake at like 3 o'clock in the morning with the newborn. And I was just watching YouTube. It's normally what I do when I'm tired and I'm grumpy and there's nothing else to be done. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, when you've got the newborn back to sleep, there really isn't much else to be done without waking the entire household up. And I was watching an artist on YouTube, BJ Dell, and he was reviewing other people's work. Then I started watching his like how-to videos and his Let's Draw videos, and I saw the iPad. Now, I've always been one of those people that have hated Apple products. I used to have an Apple phone many years ago, and in weather like this, it would just turn off. The battery could be 100% and it would turn off. It wouldn't work. It got too cold and it said no. So I've always avoided Apple products. However, about a month of watching BJ Dell, the reviews and the Let's Draws and seeing what you can do on an iPad, I thought, screw it, I want one. So I did, I bought one. And I used to spend hours upon hours just drawing and looking up tutorial videos, seeing what else can be done. Then I saw that BJ Dell was also doing like drop shipping videos, so stuff that you could do on like Redbubble, Teespring, merch by Amazon. And I started, they were pretty crap, don't get me wrong. The designs that I was doing at the time, it was very not thought out, very rushed, just sort of throw it up on there, hope for the best. I had a few friends and family that did buy products. Then he showed everyone KDP, which is the book side to Amazon. And same again, I rushed out making designs, making colouring books, and again, they were pretty crap. They weren't anything amazing. So I rushed them out. Again, friends and family supported me, bought a few things. And then I started watching other small businesses. So people making stickers, making bookmarks, and I'm like, I want to do that. And originally, all my stickers were hand cut. So I had a really, really cheap HP printer. Like, it cost me about £30. And you could only print on a matte substrate. If you tried to print on anything glossy, it wouldn't ever dry. I had heat on it, I left it on radiators, tried everything, and they would not dry. So I could not do any form of glossy sticker. But yeah, I printed out quite a lot of stickers, and I sat with the tiniest pair of scissors hand cutting them all out. I sold a few, not many, but again, my designs were rushed, they were pretty crap. If I've got any pictures of them, I'll add them in. You can sort of see the progress then, hopefully. I think I might still have some somewhere in here, but yeah, they weren't the best. Like, I didn't know personally where I wanted to go with my art. I used to just sort of draw anything that came to mind. So I'd draw a cute giraffe, and then I'd draw a zombie skull and just weird stuff that sort of never fit together. So yeah, that didn't didn't always go well. Eventually I did find someone that was using a Cricut, Cricut, however you want to pronounce it. And that just opened up a whole new can of worms. Like, it was amazing. Like, oh my god, I can actually cut the stickers without giving myself blisters. But oh my god, I really want to throw this through the window because it's such an infuriating machine. And it's taken me 2 years to work out how to cut my stuff properly. So for me to give somebody else advice won't necessarily work because we all use different paper. We all use different vinyl overlay. Your light alone can alter the way that it cuts. So yeah, 2 years of wanting to throw it through a window. But finally, I say this, I'll go make some stickers tomorrow and it's going to piss me off. But yeah, it seems to all be going well now. But at the time, I had a lot of trouble with print and cut. So you do your pretty white border around your image and it cut nowhere near it. It cut through it. It won't cut it at all. I couldn't get my settings right. And then to try and do a kiss cut, so then like your pretty little sticker sheets, same again, it either wouldn't cut anywhere near where it was supposed to, it'd cut all the way through, it won't cut enough, so you'd end up peeling the paper away from the sticker backing, and oh, I used to just sit there and want to cry, hated it, but like I said, we got there in the end. And I'd started doing a few vinyl pieces because that was easy. I'd done vinyl previously, so I knew what I was doing there. For me, it was very standard, straightforward, so it was relatively boring. It wasn't something new. I don't mind doing it, like now especially, like making my own images and turning them into cups or putting it on clothing or bags. I don't mind it. It's something different now. But there were a lot of points of I'm not making sales. I'd get the odd one or two here and there. Sometimes I'd go on a full month without selling anything, but I also wasn't pushing anything. So I wasn't active on social media. I rushed out work. There were never any thought into any of it. It is only this past couple of months that have put effort into it, and I have seen a massive difference. Emily Harvey, she's an absolute godsend. She really is. She's built such an amazing community for everyone, really. It's not just for like small businesses and the creative people, it's just for everyone. It's such, like, her Discord is an amazing place to be. You can talk to anyone and everyone about absolutely everything, and there's always someone there to talk to. And looking back at some of like her videos and stuff, I kind of realised I didn't have a niche. My artwork was very scattered, the style was very scattered. And like I say, it's only up until the past couple of months that I've realised that I need to focus on a particular thing. And it's been hard, especially for someone that does like to draw everything. And the previous business that I was in, you did draw everything. It wasn't just one particular thing. But it were a demanding business, so it was what that person wanted. So, person can come in at 10 o'clock. I want a skull and roses. Typical. Person comes in at 10:30. I want a hedgehog with flowers and pretty stars. And so there was a constant contrast between the work that you had to produce. So for me, my mentality was just make whatever came to mind, not this is what I like, this is what I enjoy, this is what I want to do, what can I create based on these preferences. And that does have a knock-on effect. Like I say, for example, best way I can explain it is the past 2 years my income has sort of varied between a couple of pounds to maybe £10-20 a month on my Etsy. That's been it. And then the last month, so it's just 1 month, 4 weeks, I've managed to clear over £100 just on Etsy. Like I said, I've only just started narrowing down my niche. I always thought that it never really mattered. Like, it can't be, you have to be solely focused on this particular thing. But oh my god, it helps. It helps so much. So if you're struggling with stuff like that, that's my advice for you, is focus on your niche. Try to narrow it down. Don't be as massively varied. If you want to do cutesy stuff but you like the weird, invoke that into cute, or invoke your cute into weird, whichever way you want to go with it, but try to stick with that one thing, because then that's what the people will focus on. If you've got all sorts of everything, for one, you're not going to be able to fine-tune that one thing because you're focusing on so many different things. But yeah, that's how it's been for like probably going on 3 years, because about 2.5 years. It's been upsetting, and I've sort of realised it's my own fault anyway. It's not that people don't want my products or anything like that. It's not that I'm not creating the best products. I mean, they're not the best, don't get me wrong, but because it was here, there and everywhere, because I wasn't helping push and get my products out there, no one cared, no one saw them. So it's all a massive mix. I mean, don't get me wrong, life gets in the way. Like, generally we do not get a full night's sleep. Both me and my partner work. There's 3 children. And life's chaotic. And you've got to remember, especially when you do have children, things don't always necessarily go to plan, because the moment you say, right, today is the day I am doing this, and you will get a phone call from school saying your child has thrown up and you need to pick them up. Plans out the window, especially if you have a 3-year-old like mine who has to constantly touch you. She needs a constant cuddle, so you can't do anything. You can't even go for a pee by yourself. But it's learning to go, okay, not today, let's do it tomorrow. And not being too hard on yourself, because that's another thing I struggled with, is I was constantly knocking myself. Like, I can't do this. I can't be as good as so-and-so, and I'm never gonna get there. That's things that used to play in my head all the time, and it doesn't help. Making yourself upset really doesn't help. You have to be your number one fan. You have to push yourself. You have to say, look, I have done good. I've done my best. This is it. Push it out there. Show the world. Show everyone what you've done, what you're proud of, and just keep going for it. Put that time and effort in, don't get me wrong. Don't do what I used to do and just throw shitty designs out every 2 minutes, because they were shitty. Really shitty. And hope that people are going to come along. Put the time in, put the effort in. If plans go to shit, they go to shit. There's another day. pick up again, start again, go forward with it. Because it's so easy just to want to throw in the towel. And I'm still on my journey to making this successful. Hence why I want to document it, because a lot of the times, again, this is why I'm thankful for Emily, because you do see the ups and the downs, but a lot of YouTubers will not show you the downside to it. Like, the last month that I've had was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Previously, shite. Absolutely shite. Again, my fault, but it is disheartening. So hopefully, going forward, it's going to die off because it's just after Christmas. We're all skin. At the moment, there's Royal Mail strikes, postal delays. So that's freaking me out because I don't want to push too much because I can't get my products to the customers safely because there's such a big backlog. Parcels and letters are getting lost all the time, and I'm just so scared that I'm going to get messages after messages after messages. I might not. I could be getting paranoid and worked up for no reason, but yeah, that's why I'm not. That's why I'm recording instead of being on social media going, hey, buy this. But yeah, I'll find some bits out now and I'll show you where I used to be and where I'm at now. So, like I was saying, I'll show you the products from way back then and some that I do now. Are you going to focus? Let's put my hand up. This is an ice cream. You can see it was hand cut. It's done on awful paper. But it's got the weird, I think these are all weird actually. I don't have any cute stuff in here. Yeah, these are all the weird ones. So they weren't bad, but it wasn't really the vibe that I was going for. Quite small stickers, not much use to anyone, and I'd sell them just as a group of weird journal stickers because you can't use them on bottles. They weren't waterproof in any way, shape or form. You could probably put them in a book. That was it. Nothing special. Now, in comparison, these are my current stickers. See the glossy, a lot bigger. The art style's a lot more refined. And then I have to show you this because I'm so proud of this. Like my one goal for starting a small business was I wanted an enamel pin. And thanks to a special somebody, I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to put any pressure on anyone because I won't be sharing the manufacturer either. I got an enamel pin. She's hiding in her cello bag because I don't want to get her out and muck here because they're all set up and ready to go. But she's called Lucy. She's been fantastic. Like, there's a full story behind her. If you do want to know the story, there's actually a zine that comes along. Do I have one knocking about? Yeah, I do. So it's like a little mini magazine, and one of these goes in with every order of the pin. So then you can sort of get the backstory of her and how things were for me in the lead up to her. So if you are interested, you'll have to buy a pin, find out. But yeah, like most things recently, just generally have, why are we not focusing? My designs have more of a flow to them now. So they're kind of linking with each other. Which obviously is a lot better than what it used to be. But yeah. So I started out in the bedroom. I literally took over the bedroom as well. I had printers and heat presses, sublimation, everything in that bedroom. Then I started taking over the front room. And then we realised that the baby was getting a bit older and she could get into everything, and she was pulling out my sticker paper, she was pulling out my vinyl, she had everything because she's a curious child. It's bound to happen. And then my wonderful, wonderful partner created this space. This used to be the garage, which we never really used. It was just a dumping ground. So I have lovely big doors. I have my window. I now have a Glowforge. Again, thank you, BJ Dell. That's a lot of money, but I love it. It's amazing. It's a great piece of kit. I have sublimation over that way. I have my Cricut. I have badge makers. I have absolutely all sorts. I am wanting to save up for an embroidery machine because my goal is, it's like a 5 to 10 year goal. I want to open up a shop again. I used to have and work in a shop and I miss that so much. But for me to be able to make it viable, the Glowforge and the embroidery are what are going to make it viable, so that I can make personalised products, because that's what people want. People want to be able to sort of more demand things, not necessarily, oh yeah, that's cute, I might buy that. Because obviously small businesses, our products tend to be pricier than the likes of Amazon or your bigger stores. So people won't necessarily want to walk into a store and pay small business prices. So I need to have another option to keep the money flowing. And I've always been sort of used to working on demand when it comes to art. I've enjoyed the break from it, don't get me wrong, it's been lovely. But I don't think it's going to be as bad doing the embroidery and the laser cutting, the laser engraving. So that's future goals. I'm not expecting to be able to do it anytime soon, but it's something to aim for. Quite a few £1,000s away, but hopefully we'll get there. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing some more videos on like how I make stickers, how I use the Glowforge, how I use Canva. If there's anything you want me to make a video on, let me know and I'll see what I can do. See if I know anything about it first. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, give it a like. But yeah, if you like the products that you've seen, especially like, you know, the low sipping, go check out my Etsy, please. Even if it's just a follow, or just share the product, or tell someone that you really, really want it, put it on a wish list so they can buy you it. Just being super cheeky now, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.